if I do this?
Yeah, do it. Let's just start with you dancing and not acknowledge it in any way. What's up, guys? Matt Mills here for Antihero Magazine, and I'm here with Brady from Conjurer. So nice to see you, man. How's it going?
It is going very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing very, very well. I'm glad you're enjoying your little dance to,
it's good.
to Combi Christ in the background.
Is it Combi Christ?
It's Combi Christ, yeah. Oh. I know nothing about them, but they're danceable.
They supported Rammstein at the UK Arena tour in like 2010.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's all. I didn't see them, but
it sounds like you're better at my job than I am. Do you want to swap?
Well, let's have a go. Mate, I interviewed someone at 2000 Trees that interviewed us at TechFest, and it went very badly. So
what?
I just started talking like so. I don't remember who it was, but we were just like, it went really well. Me and Connor, we derailed the interview at TechFest, and then we were like, "Can we interview you at 2000 Trees?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So I did it, and we just ended up talking about shit for like 20 minutes.
That's the great thing about this interview. It's not even on the rails yet. Never mind going off them.
Sorry.
So,
get it back on track, and I'll fuck it right.
Okay, so let's talk about music or some shit.
Yeah.
So you played the Sophie stage earlier this afternoon, Sophie Lancaster stage. You did incredibly well.
Thank you.
But how do you think you did? How did you enjoy it?
It was awesome. We like when we started, we didn't ever think that we'd be able to play like proper stages. Like in the last year, like doing a lot of festivals and shit has been really surreal for us. So like kind of that's the biggest show we've ever done, like hands down. So it was just like, fuck. Yeah. Like, you kind of get a bit, and it was rammed as well. Like as soon as we got out there, so we just try not to think about it too much. Like at the end of the day, you've got to just get up there and play as if you're playing to no one. Like it's part of being a professional band. That sounds so shitty, but
professional.
You don't want to, like, people have supported us like way more than we could ever have expected, and you don't want to let them down. Like,
absolutely.
So we just make sure that we are consistent with giving a good performance regardless of stage. But it was pretty cool.
And you're currently riding high off your debut album Maya, which came out earlier this year.
Yes.
Did extraordinarily well. Everyone seems to love it.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Again, like, it's one of those things that you don't. I think some bands do write for the audience in particular, whereas for us it was like these were these 7 songs that as a collective of 4 people we could actually agree on. Yeah. So we've all got such varied tastes that if we finally find a bit in a song that we're all just like, yes, this is good, then you know it's going on the record and it must be something that's worth doing. So for us it was like, well, we've got this album that we all fucking love. Yeah. Let's just put it out. Like, you don't really think about whether people are going to be into it or if it's going to go down well, and like there's always a little, I guess, a part of you that's like, it'd be sick if everyone loved this, but you don't expect it, and you know, whatever. Like it's great, but yeah, again, like we have been a little bit bowled over that people have been so on board from day one. And with it being your debut album, it almost does feel like this like came out of nowhere. Yeah. Like, especially like for me as a fan, it's like one day I've not heard of you, then the next day, holy shit, the best album of the year is out. Thank you.
Did it feel like an overnight success for you as well? No,
because like, so we've been together since 2015. Well, so we've been rehearsing since like 2014 and writing. So we wrote and rehearsed for a year, and then have just like gigged consistently like pretty much every week up until now. So for us it's like we don't really notice it, to be completely frank. We don't notice the hype, if you want to use that word, because for us we're just the same 4 guys we've always been, rehearsing in the same room in Coventry that we rehearse in every single week, playing the same songs. Like you don't really, I don't think especially in the underground and the kind of music that we play, you don't get that kind of holy shit, this band are doing really well. You don't get any of that hype and that bubble that I think you get in, or especially you used to get within rock and metal. But I don't know, we just do our thing. Like you try not to focus on it, because again, as soon as you start believing your own hype or like doing stuff for any other reason than because you fucking love it, then that's when bands start to get stale, and you see it so often. So we're just going to keep writing songs, see what happens.
And once the feedback sort of started to roll in, was there one moment for you where you kind of realised like, oh shit, this is doing much better than we expected it to?
Yeah, I guess like when Stephen Hill from Metal Hammer, who's been like someone that we've always kind of looked up to as a band, especially Dan, he's been one of his big so someone that got him into a lot of music. When he was like, yeah, I really like you guys, and gave us like a really good review of Metal Hammer, it was like, fuck, like that was like the bar for like, is this gonna go well or not? So yeah, I guess that was a really big moment, and being asked to play festivals as well is just like, and not just us begging to play festivals,
like actually being invited to them.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's really fucking surreal. So it's, again, we are just very thankful that people give a shit, but by the the other side of the same coin, if people didn't give a shit, we'd still be playing shows, we'd just be playing to less people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the way it is. Like, being a band, do the gig. That's our motto. Like,
and you're also signed to an awesome record label in Holy Raw Records, who are currently on your t-shirt.
Yes, they are.
Show the people the t-shirt.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
a free plug for Holy Raw, by the way. They're really fucking good.
Yeah, you fucking owe me, Alex.
Really fucking. So I wanted to ask, how did you first get the attention of that label?
So I tweeted at them with our shit demos when we had like 10 followers on Twitter, and they straight up ignored me, and that was fair.
Of course.
And then we recorded our EP, and Lewis Johns, who is not the in-house Holy Raw guy, but may as well be, he mixed and mastered it and sent it through to Alex, who runs the label, and he got in touch with us and said, yeah, I like your stuff, can we do your EP? And we were like, yes, you fucking can! Yeah. Of course you can. Yeah, we were obsessed with the label at this point, so yeah, it was huge for us. And then we started chatting after the EP came out with Alex, and I was like, so we've got some demos for the album, do you want to hear them, like, do you want to have a chat? And he just sent like a one-liner email that said, whatever you guys do, we will put it out. And I was just like,
that's so sweet.
Yeah, it was awesome. So yeah, it is probably my favourite label in the UK, easily. They are just
same here. And it's not just because you're signed to them.
No, legit. We were huge fans before we went into the studio for the first time, so yeah, to be a part of that scene, and it is like a little family, like it's fucking
definitely
wicked.
From the outside looking in, it definitely looks like that.
Yeah, and there's, even if I'm not 100% into some of the bands, like, they're all consistently really cool people, and yeah, it's a proper label. There's no bullshit at all, which is what we're very much about.
And obviously you have so many fantastic label mates on that record label as well. I was just wondering if you could name drop some of your favourites, maybe get some other bands some promotion for a change.
So there is a band called Pine, who are about to, spelled Pijn, who are about to release their debut album Loss in October. October, yeah, sounds about right.
So, yes.
And they are just the best guys. We've been on tour with them in Europe, and they are consistently smashing live. Who else is good? Apologies I Have None are one of my favourite Holy Raw bands. Nothing like us, like about as far from us as you can get, but yeah, really heartfelt, melodic sad boy tunes. And they're going to do it. They're recording another album at the minute, or working on it. They're building a studio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is a lot of fun. I don't need to talk about Employed to Serve, because they're the biggest band in the world at the minute.
Awesome.
But I do love them dearly.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go for
Mole. Talk about Mole.
No, because everyone's talking about Mole. Mole are good.
Listen to Mole though.
I'm going to talk about Ohms, because they're fucking amazing.
Yes, talk about
Ohms are a band that I love dearly, and loved since they had 4 songs, which was stupid.
Oh, you're such a hipster.
Oh, I know. No, but for real, like they spent years with 4 songs. And I've not heard their new album yet, so Paul, can you send me your new album, please? That'd be great.
Do it.
It's going to be good though. Okay, so consistent. Yeah, that's it.
And obviously, because of the success of Maya, sort of going back to Conjurer itself, you've become sort of a band with a lot of hype behind you now. There's a lot of buzz about you now. Everyone seems to really enjoy what you're doing. So is there, going into the future now, is there a bit of pressure on you now? Do you feel it at all?
No, not really, because it's the same. We've stayed in the same mindset since day one. It's like, regardless of pressure, we're gonna make the album that the 4 of us agree on, and if it goes the same way as Maya and people love it, then absolutely crack it. If it doesn't, then well, we still love it, and we're not going to pretend we don't just because other people don't. So it's one of those things. Like, I think you need to make music that makes you really happy.
Yes, absolutely.
And then just put it out there, and whatever happens is whatever happens. Like, I guess the only side of it is that there have been a lot of people that have given us a stupid amount of support, and you don't want to let them down. Like, that's that, and you know, like our label and people that have put a lot of faith in the band. So there is a drive to do well, to kind of validate that. But as far as pressure, if the album's shit, we just won't put it out. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Whatever happens is going to happen. Absolutely. There's very little we can do about it.
That's a good way to look at it, though. That's a good way to look at it.
Again, you see it. Bands start believing the hype and feel the pressure to go bigger and better and all of this stuff. And at the end of the day, what people want is an honest album.
Yeah, exactly.
If you write the songs that you love, there are going to be people that like it. You know, whether it's 10 or if it's 10,000. Yeah. You know, I'd rather play to 50 people that absolutely love us than play on the main stage at a festival where no one gives a shit. Like, any day of the week.
And even though it's all sort of heavy as fuck, Conjurer's music is that there's a bit of diversity there as well. There's a bit of death metal, there's like sludge metal, you know, maybe hints of black metal in there, yada yada yada. So is that kind of stuff, is that what you listen to in your day-to-day life as well?
Not really, no. I listen to
Christian pop all day.
I listen to a huge amount of hip hop.
Okay.
So on the way here, my girlfriend's got a playlist that we put on the way to gigs usually, and it's everything from Fetty Wap and Sean Paul to like Max Raptor and what else we listen to on the way here? Some proper turd, but like really good turd. So yeah, we listen to a lot of that, and I'm really into Kendrick Lamar and Danny Brown, and
of course,
just a lot of the weirder side of modern. Well, I say weirder, like white boy rap. A lot of the more alternative side of modern hip hop. But we listen to metal, like I said, we listened to Korn all the way home from a practice the other day, and that was bloody lovely.
Yeah,
so
it's a great band.
Yeah, I think the tastes across the 4 members of the band are hugely diverse, and week to week it will vary massively what we're listening to, and I think that comes across in the music. Like, we try to take influence from as diverse a number of sources as possible, and I think you can tell when a band likes 3 bands.
Yes.
So you like Down and you like Pantera, don't you? And it's like, yes, I can tell that from you listening to you, whereas I like to think it's a little bit more difficult to pin down. I guess we don't have any direct influences. What will work for me and Dan, because we like fucking Converge and like really nasty hardcore stuff, won't work for Jan because he likes 3 Track Tigers, for example. So there's a lot of, not arguments, friendly banter in the rehearsal room.
Banter,
yeah, musical banter just over what works and what doesn't, and kind of where to take songs. So yeah, it's never easy, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we have fun though.
And I want to finish off by asking you about the really important stuff, and that's memes.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's all
Conjurer has
me.
100% embraced the memes.
Yes.
And
so,
your latest T-shirt, the wrists start coming and they don't stop coming.
Yeah.
Who comes up with this shit?
Me.
Oh, so, I love you so much.
When we started, we were going to be like proper serious, and we were going to wear like cloaks and shit, and not have any social media presence, and just be like really gnarly. And then I got Twitter, and I was like, oh, I can say whatever I want here. And it used to really upset Dan. Like, we'd have big old arguments over like, you've said something stupid on the internet, and everyone's going to think we're dumb. And now he's just like, yeah, stupid T-shirt. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I have so much fun. I don't even use my own Twitter account anymore. I just
use the Conjurer Twitter for everything.
Yes, and it is good. Yeah, I'd apologise, but I really do live for it.
Don't apologise.
It's pretty much all that I contribute to the band at this point as well.
Just
so
the memes.
Yeah, there are meme shirts available still. Limited numbers.
Embrace the memes.
Embrace the memes.
Embrace the memes. That's a good way to end.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Let's do it in unison. We'll tell people to embrace the memes in unison.
3,
1, 2, 3.
Embrace the memes.
Brilliant. Thank you so much,
man.
Everyone go and... I just denied your handshake, sorry. Right, so everyone, go and listen to Maya. It's so heavy, it'll make you want to punch your gran. Also, fuck Joe Nam.